Hey there, and welcome. If you're a creator trying to turn your passion into, an actual profession, you know how incredibly noisy the internet is. So today, we're going to break down a roadmap, a way for you to not just survive out there, but to really thrive. We're going to explore how you can find your unique little corner of the internet and build a real, sustainable business around it.
Does this feel familiar? You're putting out content, you're working your tail off, but it just feels like you're shouting into a void. It's it's a super common struggle for creators. We're all competing for attention in this massive sea of content. But what if the secret wasn't to shout louder? What if it was to speak more clearly and more directly to a much smaller group of people? I know, it's a cheesy rhyme, but it's the absolute core idea behind everything we're about to cover. The path to actually making a living and having a real impact as a creator, it isn't about appealing to everyone. It's about becoming absolutely essential to a specific group. Specificity is your superpower. Seriously. Okay, so let's start with the why. Why is being super specific so much more effective than trying to be broad? This isn't just some creative choice you make. It's a fundamental business strategy. And it's for anyone who's serious about building a real career as a creator.
First things first, we have to get this straight. There's a huge difference between a hobby and a niche. A hobby, that's something you do for fun, for you. A niche, on the other hand, is laser focused on solving a specific problem for a specific audience with profit in mind. It's how you transform that thing you love into a valuable service for others.
All right, so you're sold. A niche is the way to go. But how in the world do you actually find yours? Well, the answer isn't out there somewhere on the internet. It actually starts by looking inward. This next part is all about a practical process of self-discovery. This is your starting point. Step 1, what are you genuinely passionate about and actually good at? Just list everything. Step 2, for those topics, what are the real problems, the real pain points people have? And third, where is the demand not being met? Where are the gaps? That little sweet spot, right where those three circles overlap, that's where your powerful niche lives.
So once you have a potential direction, you need to build a kind of compass, something that's going to guide all of your content creation. And that means getting crystal clear on exactly who you're talking to and what you're going to talk about over and over again. Don't just think about an audience. I want you to think about a single person, your ideal follower, your perfect fan. What are their demographics? What are they interested in? And most importantly, what are their struggles related to your niche? You should literally give this person a name. Then when you create content, you create it just for them. It makes your message unbelievably focused and powerful. So you know who you're talking to. Now you need to define what you'll talk about. And this is where content pillars come in. These are your 3 to 5 core topics that directly solve your avatar's problems. These pillars become the foundation of your entire content plan, and they make sure everything you create is relevant and proves you know your stuff.
Now, here's a really key point. Finding your niche isn't a one-and-done deal. It's not like you just decide and that's it forever. It's a conversation. Put out some initial content based on your pillars and then listen, really listen. What are people responding to? What questions do they ask? That feedback loop is absolutely vital for fine-tuning your niche and making sure you're actually helping people. Okay, you found your angle, you know who you're talking to, and you're creating real value. Now for the really exciting part, turning that value into actual income. And with a well-defined niche, believe me, the possibilities are huge. Okay, look at this, because this chart tells a critical story. For most niche creators, ad revenue is just a tiny piece of the pie. The real money, the real opportunity, is in creating direct value through things like digital products, specialized services, and in-depth courses. And why is that? It's because you've built trust with an audience that has a very specific problem they are more than willing to pay you to solve. This concept right here is a total game changer. It's the process of packaging your unique knowledge into something you can sell over and over again. Think of a personal trainer. Instead of only doing one-on-one sessions, they create a digital workout plan that thousands of people can buy. That's productization. It's how you scale your impact and your income without trading every single hour of your day for money. So, building a niche is one thing, but sustaining it for the long haul, that's another challenge entirely. A great niche isn't static. It grows and it evolves right along with you and your audience. So let's look at how to make sure your success is built to last.
Staying successful in a niche really comes down to three things. First, you've got to keep an eye on trends and be willing to adapt. Second, you have to focus like a laser on building a real community, not just collecting followers. And third, don't ever be afraid to let your niche evolve as you and your audience learn and grow together.
And let's be totally clear, this is the ultimate goal. A loyal community is so much more than a group of followers. They're your champions, they're your first customers, and they're your greatest source of feedback and support. They are the single most valuable asset that makes your creator business truly sustainable.
So, after all this, the question isn't whether finding a niche is possible. The real question is, are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to look inward, to define your audience, and to serve them with focused, valuable content? Because your unique corner of the internet is out there, just waiting for you. Go claim it.